Hi Beach Point Church, this is Jackie Monaster, your children's pastor. Today we are continuing our NiteLIGHT series, The Big God Story. We're going to take a look at the book of Nehemiah, but before we get started, I just want to let you guys know that I love Legos. I don't know about you guys, but Legos are just so awesome. You see, it didn't used to always be that way. My brother actually liked Legos a lot more than I did growing up. But as I got older, I became a teacher and I realized how awesome Legos really are. So I thought I'd give you guys a few pretty cool Lego facts. Some of you might know these things, but some of you might not. I, for one, did not know any of these really cool things, but here we go. Did you know that Lego is 83 years old? Pretty incredible, right? Did you know that Lego Duplo blocks are actually 8 times the size as a regular Lego brick? That's pretty awesome too. How about a minifigure fact? Did you know that Lego minifigures are exactly 4 Lego bricks high? Pretty cool, right? Did you know that more than 4 billion minifigures have been made since 1978? I don't even think I can count that high. What about you guys? Did you know that the tallest Lego tower was 94 feet high and it used 465,000 bricks? You guys think you could build that at home? That would be insane. Did you know that 7 Lego sets are sold every second? 1, 2, 3, 4. Already 7 sets per second. Insane. I love Legos. So I told you guys, my brother was a lot more interested in Legos growing up than I was, but I thought they were pretty cool when I became a teacher and I saw that kids loved them. And I got to build a few Lego sets with some kids and I just thought that they were so cool. But what I came to realize in the world of Legos is that there are 2 different types of people. There are the creators and the fixers. There are people who like to create their own creations without any type of direction. And then there are people who like to fix the Legos to be the exact way that the set's intended to be. They will fix them when they are broken to make them exactly how they are supposed to be. You see, just like these Lego builders, God is both a creator and a fixer. He's the creator of all things, and he's made some amazing and pretty wacky things, like tarantulas and platypi and human beings. Who could even have thought of those things? But God, he created them all. And God, he's also a fixer. He takes what's broken, broken hearts, broken lives, things that have been broken by sin, and he fixes them to make them whole again. The super cool story that we're looking at tonight comes from the book of Nehemiah. It's a story where a guy named Nehemiah helped fix something that was broken. Before we jump into this story though, here are a few things that you need to know. God had a special chosen people that he called the Israelites. And a lot of these Israelites lived in a place called Jerusalem, but Jerusalem, it wasn't so safe anymore because you see, God's people, the Israelites, they didn't always listen to God. I don't know about you guys, but sometimes I have a hard time listening to God too. Well, the Israelites, they had a hard time listening to God, and so everything broke, including the walls around Jerusalem. They were broken and it wasn't safe for God's people to be there anymore. So, the story of Nehemiah begins with the broken wall of Jerusalem and God's people, the Israelites, unable to be safe. Let's see. Book of Nehemiah. Nehemiah the builder. Crash, bang, bam. The enemy attacked Jerusalem and its walls came tumbling down. When the Israelites in Persia heard about it, Nehemiah went to the king. The enemy wrecked our city walls. We can't defend ourselves, he said. Let me go home so I can rebuild the walls. The king agreed. He made sure that Nehemiah got there safely and had everything that he needed. Nehemiah and his helpers went to work. And if anyone felt discouraged, Nehemiah cheered them on. God is on our side. Come on, we can do it. Little by little, the walls went up, but the enemy was watching. So Nehemiah posted guards all around. He asked God to keep the workers safe and then kept on building no matter what. On went the stones, in went the heavy main gates. Done, Nehemiah shouted. Jerusalem was safe, and at last the Israelites could come home. You see, a lot of times in the Bible, the Israelites lost faith in the creator and fixer of all things, God. They didn't trust that God was working in ways that they didn't understand to fix the world from its brokenness, to fix the world from its sin problem. But God, he was working behind the scenes. God used Nehemiah as part of his giant story of how he was coming into the world ready to fix all of our sin so that we could be with him now and forever. You see, God wants to make old things new, and he wants to fix the brokenness that's in the world because God's people, they needed to be fixed. Nehemiah, he fixed the walls of Jerusalem so that God's people, the Israelites, could come home because God had an even bigger plan to fix all the brokenness in the whole world. You see, next week we're going to look at a story of God's rescue plan when the creator and fixer of all things sent a little tiny baby into this world to be born to be our rescuer. But like I said, that's a story for next week. Bye!